Okay. See how that is processing. Anything? We're getting sound here. Any sound? Maybe? See if we can't pump up the volume a little bit. What is awful quiet? That might help things a little. Hopefully, it won't get me too much over the top. That might help things a little. There we go. Hopefully, it won't get me too much. Just testing here, folks, if anybody happens to be hanging out. Just a wee bit of testing. Okay, I think that's given me, if I change, all right. Just a little test. I need to mill some stock for a demonstration that I'm doing tomorrow. But I also need to test the software settings here and make sure that we're not completely terrible on sound. So what do I need to do here? Need all these to be the same dimension. Grab a jack plane. And ideally, do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. Okay, let's joint this edge real quick. Okay. It still feels weird in here with the rubber floor, the acoustics. Everything sounds so different. I've gotten so used to how the acoustics were before. Okay. I'm going to enlist the help of my planer for some of this, but I want to go ahead and get a reference face and a reference edge, and then I'll go ahead and just run them all through the planer just to make sure that they're identical. I can certainly go through that exercise, but I really don't have time for that right now. I've got to get these 6 pieces dimensioned and got a whole bunch of other stuff I got to do tonight. So really just a reference face and a reference edge is all I need. Face, reference edge. Kenny, what are you eating? Dog. He's not happy unless you're picking up wood shavings off the floor and eating them, which normally I'm okay with, but this is teak. Let's leave the teak on the floor or in the trash can, please. Silly dog. Genuine mahogany. I thought I was going to get like 6 different species. There are 6 parts to this exercise. And I thought, hey, why not use 6 different species just to kind of highlight the differences between the joints. And I just happen to have some parts that were kind of already to size and just figured it was silly to spend a bunch of time sawing and milling up additional species when I could cross-cut a couple of boards to the lengths that I need and be done. So I'm going to end up with, what, teak, mahogany, cherry, and pine. Not bad. 4 species. Okay, so there is a reference face, a reference edge on that. Let's call this my reference face. I can see it's got mill marks on it already from something, probably from the lumber yard. Quarter sawn edge, that grain direction is a little deceiving. Let's go the other direction. So let me just look here at the stream. Curious. Supposedly there are 3 people in here with me. Does it sound okay to you guys? Are you hearing everything okay? Let's make sure. The sound is good. Stream health is good. Okay. Well, if you can, I would love to just pop something in the chat and let me know how the audio is. just so that, because that's the primary reason for this test, is to make sure my audio is good. I've had real issues with the audio in the past. All right, square face. Not actually square here. I've got a little bit of a high spot on this edge. So just skew the plane a bit. Take down that high spot on the edge. And there we go. So there's my reference edge, reference face. Let me pry this wood shaving out of the dog's mouth. You're failing as shop dog today, Kenny. You're doing a terrible job as shop dog. So these should be pretty good as is. Oh, definitely not. Store-bought pine, not exactly square, is it? Not even close to square. Okay, grain direction is a little iffy here. So I've got a big knot in the middle. Let's back the cutout and see what it does now. Okay, so I've got a reference face and a reference edge, reference face. Okay, my edge is twisted. A little high down here and a little high down there. So I'm just going to skew the plane in the direction of the high part of the edge. Now, take some full length passes. Okay, now that's square. So now I've got a reference face and a reference edge on all 6 of my parts. And I think that will suffice for my test. I know, thrilling television here, folks, but that's all I needed to do tonight, just to make sure that things were working on me.